There's only one. And we are the ones. Thank you for showing up. There's a lot of planets that are retrograding right now. So there's a lot of things that we feel that we are capable of doing, but spirit has something different in the non-physical. You are mostly non-physical. I pray that you understand that. I pray that you understand that even though in this physical existence, you still have to balance the energy. You still have to check in with source. You still have to check in with the universe. And that's what this is all about. It feels like we're having a hard time stepping into unity, stepping into connectiveness. We want to be connected as a people. This is all about you and your ancestors. So what this is about is the energy that we bring forth for the things that we wish to achieve. So we wish to achieve ecstasy. We wish to achieve pleasure. We wish to achieve love. We wish to achieve understanding. We wish to achieve culture. This is all about your culture. You're not separate from that. My name is Isis Brantley. I was arrested and taken to jail in Dallas, Texas for braiding, locking, and twisting hair.
Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing? All right. My name is Sarnetta. That don't even sound like enough energy. I know we ain't got it crowded up in here, but I'm gonna say it again. Peace and blessings. This sister right here, she just came up in here and brought the spiritual energy up in here. We gotta make it sound like there's a million people up in this place right now. Thank you. Thank you. Peace and blessings, family. How y'all doing today? All right. My sister Oshun? Yes, man. Let's give our sister Oshun another round of applause. Beautiful, beautiful. So we're going to get into something serious today, man, and that's dealing with the black male-female relationships. You know, we gotta fix this thing. And a lot of times, I always hear the brothers. You got brothers, y'all ever heard of the manosphere? Anybody? You know, I'm tired of hearing brothers blame the women for our condition today. If we say we the kings, how are you blaming your sister for what's going on in the world today, y'all? I have been called a simp many times because I'm always defending the sisters. And I say, she is who she is because we are who we are. Y'all get that? She is who she is today because we are who we are. If we was taking our rightful position and our place in society, believe me, our women will follow us. She's looking for a God. She's not looking for a God outside of herself. When she see the God that's inside of you, trust me, she gonna follow you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all brothers agree? Oh man, the brothers don't even agree on this one. Y'all brothers, y'all gotta wake up, man. Come on now. I'm gonna bring to the stage, right? Sister Amber Ali. Let's get Sister Amber Ali. Let's give a round of applause for Sister Amber Ali. Amber Ali, where's she at? Come on. Because we're going to deal with some serious topics today, some serious issues today. Yeah, let's give it up. Any seat you want, take a seat. There you go. Let's give it up for Taurus Wellers today. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Kevin Wesley. Kevin Wesley. Let's give it up for Kevin Wesley. And of course, last but not least, let's give it up for Miss Nepal Shaddai in the building.
Yes, I have my bag, y'all. Don't even worry about that. How is everyone doing tonight? All right, thank you. But no, I want to say thank you for your patience in all honesty and sincerity. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And to the couples out there, I hope this is beneficial. To those who are seeking love, I hope this is beneficial as well.
All right, we're going to ask the panel some questions. And hopefully if y'all got some questions out there, we could bring it to y'all as well. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be dealing with the black male-female relationships. And the first question I have for the panel, what do you believe are the essential components of a healthy and fulfilling relationship?
Comfort.
Huh?
Comfort.
Talk about it. Talk to the people.
The idea of it is comfort. And that's for both sides. That's for women and that is for men. You know, once you get into a relationship, once you decide to get with someone, don't hand your love or your compassion out to that person like Scooby snacks. You know what I mean? When you jumping into something, you make that decision to jump into it and get into it, point blank period. And then you got to understand your relationship over time, there's different levels of comfort. Don't rush those levels. Don't ever rush those levels of comfort. If you want a submissive wife, if you want a submissive girlfriend, or so forth and so on, you have to conquer one level of confidence or comfort for that woman to get to this level that you need from her. And the same thing for women as well, to be honest with you.
Powerful. Testing. I would say communication.
Excuse me. Can y'all hear this good?
Y'all hear me?
Okay.
Cool. So I would say communication. How you guys communicate is very important. I always say love is working together. We all know that as a feeling in our chest, right? I joke with my brother often because he says he loves salmon. And I say if you loved salmon, you wouldn't be eating salmon, right? So what happens is he loves the taste of salmon, right? And that's how a lot of us love one another. That's how a lot of us love, period, is we love with the emotions in our chest. And we're not really focused on the actual individual and how they want to be spoken to, how they want to be loved on, learning their love language. And actually, especially when they're upset, being receptive to them and being able to have a conversation with them in those times. So a lot of our relationships, they fall apart because we don't know how to treat each other. We only know how to seduce each other. So communication is key.
I think that the first step is figuring out if you like the person that you're dealing with. Sometimes we end up with people for the convenience or for the opportunity at the moment or to get you out of whatever situation that you're running from. And at the end of the day, sometimes you don't even like the motherfucker that you're sleeping next to every night. Let's just keep it real. You have to make sure that you're into your significant other, because if you don't care about your significant other, why would you want to get to know the things that they like, the things that they don't like, the things that they trigger, that triggers them? If you don't care about them like that, you're not going to give a damn about what triggers them and what doesn't trigger them. You're just trying to get whatever it is that you're looking for out of that situation. Some men get with women because they got nice cribs, nice cars, they got a little money in their pocket. Some females get with dudes because they got businesses or they might, be in the streets. They got a little money, they pay your rent. But there's no deep connection there. These are mostly situationships these days. They're not real relationships. So I feel like the first step is identifying if you're in a relationship or a situationship. And then the second step is if you even like the person enough to care about what they want, right? Because some of us, we don't care. We just riding on a boat because it's going to the next stop. You know what I mean? But is it the stop for us? We'll never know. What you got to say, baby?
Miss Shada.
Yes, that I appreciate all of the input. The thing about relationships is we hear from different people what works for each one of us. So I just want to let you know before I say anything, if it doesn't work for you, if what I say doesn't resonate with you, don't hold it against me and just, pick out the meat. Don't even spit out the bones or throw them away. Put them on the side. You might want to make bone broth later. So there's my disclaimer. So for me, oops. That is my phone is ringing right now. Anyway, honestly, for me, it's respect. Respect, and reciprocity.
You want to ignore it or put it on silent or something?
I will in a moment. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, so respect and reciprocity, in a nutshell. If you if I give to you, I expect, in all relationships, you expect something in return. So respect first and then reciprocity. So if you give me negativity, eventually you're going to get the negativity back. So it's like a cycle always. So really quickly, respect and reciprocity, and I'll elaborate on that more as we go. Because I think you have like 100 questions. Yeah. Okay.
Brother Kevin, talk to me, man, because we all have our fights within our home. The husband, the wife, we have our arguments. How do you handle conflict and disagreements in your relationship?
So the ultimate goal is that both of you guys are having a conversation to find the means to an end, not to be deflective of how the other person feels. So often what relationships struggle in is when one person goes to the other with the problem, the person that has been presented with the problem, they often don't deal with it well, okay? So they deflect and they don't acknowledge what their partner is saying. So it doesn't hurt you to receive what your partner is saying. It's how they feel. It's their reality. And so talk with them through that so you can keep from having a big argument. Also learn each other. Nepal said something excellent. She said respect. A lot of times we don't understand or try to communicate with our partner without triggering them. So we'll yell at our wives, and our wives will say slick things back to us. And this is what happens when arguments are triggered. Someone is not responding correctly to the other. So I always say, when you say something to that person's response should be to complete the conversation, not to deflect or flip it on you or anything like that.
Real quick, y'all. Let's give it up for our sister Genesis right here. She went through so much to put this event together. And people just take advantage of goodness, man. And I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I do not like that. I just been put in this position right now today, y'all. I was supposed to be up here doing this, but I had to fill in for someone. And so I can't leave our sister hanging. You know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Come on over here.
Give it up for Sydney Star, everybody. Woo!
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Sydney Star, the
Divas in the
transgender
building.
divas in the building. I'm a little late, but I'm here. Sorry, y'all.
Right.
Better late than never.
Better late than never. Shout out to my cousin, Brittany. Love you.
All right.
What have I missed? I know I missed a little bit.
Yeah,
but
well, I'm going to go back.
Get me in it so
I'm
I
going
can.
to go right back to the second question for you. How do you handle conflict and disagreement in your relationships?
That's a good question. How do I handle conflict and disagreement?
Yes.
I'll just be like, whose bank account is fatter, nigga?
Uh-oh.
What
So I got more money than you, so
Damn.
Who is that?
All right. Hold on.
This a
Everybody
fan in
chill.
the
Who is
audience.
that?
A fan in the audience that
Hold
wants to
on.
be
Hold
me.
on.
Baby,
Everybody
hold
calm
on.
down.
Who the
Let
fuck
the
is
fan
that?
stay here.
Who is this?
Let the
hoe?
fan. It's a fan. It's a fan that wants to be me. You want to be me, sweetie. You'll never
Oh
get the
my
status.
God.
You want
We
to be
trying
on
to
the
talk about
television
love.
shows I'm
Who is
on.
this?
You want to be on
Security?
the television shows I am. Sit down, get some hormones, get breast implants, cause you need to, baby, you're weird.
Okay, sit
You've
down,
been
baby.
stalking me. This is a stalker.
Just have a seat. Who is this?
These trannies. Baby, if you want to stay here, you might as well need to sit down and shut up. If you want to sit in here
sit
before
down
you get
or
kicked
shut
out.
up.
You're
That's
gonna
what
get
the
kicked
fuck
out.
she said. Sit your ass down.
Yo, this
You
when
better sit
this
the
when the
fuck
music
down
supposed to come in,
before you
y'all.
get
Ain't nobody got
flooded
no
in this
music.
motherfucker.
You gonna get.
Alrighty, so what's the next question, Sonetter?
Who let her in? Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? Woof, 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 woof. Who let the dogs out? We just got started.
Ooh, I'm scared. The curse. The curse. You heard her? She said she has a
girl.
curse on me. Woo! I'm scared. Baby,
Who the
you're
fuck is that
done.
bitch?
You're done. Bye. You're done.
Give her a hand.
You'll never get this close to me ever again. Ever.
Did you?
You're done. You're done, hun.
I thought she was hungry at
Who
first, but
is
I know she just
that?
ate some chicken. So
Eat my asshole.
Family,
You're done.
family.
Baby, this is exactly
I am
why I
sorry
need security everywhere
for
I
this right
go.
here.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, damn.
I'm a reality TV personality. Bitches hate on me. It's fine. But this is why I need security everywhere I go. For hoes like that.
Who? I would flood that
You
bitch.
should have recorded this shit.
One move.
All right,
Why
come
you
on,
ain't
y'all.
record?
Come on, let's not
Yeah,
escalate it.
Let's answer
Let's not
some
escalate it in
questions.
the audience.
Let
Let's
us
calm
laugh.
down.
Sonetter, start asking some
We from
questions.
Chicago.
we got-
we can't
we
be
got,
letting that slide.
Baby,
We
she
got
don't
some
really
young
got
people in the
questions.
I'm
audience.
sorry,
y'all.
Mr. Moderator, but you know, we
y'all.
from the west
yeah.
side of
Some
Chicago. We don't
questions.
play those type of games.
I got you.
Going back and
Alright.
forth.
Okay, so let me get back to the question that I asked you. How do you handle conflict and disagreement in your relationship?
Well, we
You can
see how
finish
she
that.
handled that.
If you want to finish it, you can finish it, then we're going to go down.
I believe whoever has the bigger bank account can do and make the rules, in my opinion. I mean, I know we're living in a whole new day and age, but sometimes the woman has more money than the man now. And in my perspective, I'm the trans woman, and I usually have way more money than the niggas I deal with. So they gonna listen to me. And I'm gonna be like, look, nigga, you want this $200 I told you I was gonna give you later? What you wanna do?
$200. What are you gonna do with
Niggas from
$200?
Chicago, that
Buy
200
them
is
some weed and
2,000
flip
for
it.
them.
Some cheap niggas up there. Look here,
They're
Chicago.
gonna buy some weed and
Sonetter,
flip
look
it.
at
All
Not
right,
even
all right.
a bit
Come
more
on.
money.
Let's get order, brothers and sisters, up here on the stage. We got young ones out there in the audience.
I'm really
Let's try to
sick.
get some order. Brother Kevin, you want to answer that question?
Dealing with conflict.
Oh, no, you did that,
Yeah, I
right?
think I
Because
did.
everybody throwing me off, man. Let me get
Okay,
back to the
as far
question.
as me dealing with conflict, I will say that I haven't been the best at dealing with conflict. I have pulled up, I've busted windows, I've busted uncle windows who happen to be pastors. I've pulled up to mama cribs and sat on the horn for 15 seconds and pulled off. I've pulled up to side bitches' cribs and kicked they door in and beat their ass. So
Beat up Jocelyn from Jocelyn's Cabaret.
drop Jocelyn with her coke doing, ooh, wrong show. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. But you know what the fuck happened. But so I haven't been the best at handling conflicts, I'll be honest, but I'm learning and I'm praying. And I'm just hoping that I don't have to bust that many windows out to meet my husband. I would say handle it how you need to handle it. If you gotta smack the hoe,
Brittany,
you
where you
smack
going?
the hoe, you know? If you need to shake the bitch, you shake
Where
the
you going?
bitch. No, seriously though, you handle it how you need to handle it because sometimes it's people that you meet that needs to understand. You're not gonna keep meeting people and playing games with them. You're not gonna keep lying. You're not gonna keep trying to be slick. You're not gonna keep finessing. So if I gotta grab this 2x4 and go across your shit, next relationship you get in, you're gonna know. Period. Like, you right, baby.
Well,
I feel you.
and
All
that's
right,
not
Nepal,
always the
you
best
want me to
way
read this
to
question
handle
again?
it, but I know you're trying. You did say that. You are trying.
Says who?
You just said you're trying, and I appreciate you for saying
Hey
that.
now, tell me how I should do it, mama.
No, actually, no one's perfect. So I'm not looking down on you for saying that. You know, everybody has had relationship issues. People get hurt, and you're investing your entire life into your relationship.
Thank you.
So, you know, sometimes they say love gets you seeing red and everything. So the idea is really to just try to protect yourself. When you see somebody's mistreating you and you know they're hurting you and you've invested all your love into this person and this person just keeps on playing with you and doing things to just gaslight you, you have to look at yourself and say, what about my soul child? And that's yourself. You say, you know what? Am I going to bust this window out? Yeah, it might. This guy will be set back maybe, 500, 600. But what about my soul child? Because my soul child doesn't need this. And I'm not chastising her because, like I said, nobody is perfect.
What is a soul child?
Soul child is
Is that like music, soul child?
kind of, it's like yourself. When you are a parent, you do everything for your child. You would kill for your child, die for your child. You do everything to protect your child. So you have to start looking at yourself like you look at your children. And when you do that, you start to see you make better choices for yourself. You make a lot. When you actually look at yourself as you look at your child, then you make better choices for yourself.
And if you don't have kids like me.
Well, then that's what I'm saying. You love your soul child. You love yourself first.
Usually when ladies end up having a child, they end up changing everything in a good way about themselves too. So I know, look at Krishan Rock. It seems like she's been changed since she's had this baby. No? She went back to him?
Well, yeah, and I don't want to focus too much on having children because there are women, young women who are single and don't have children. My point is, you want to first think about what's best for yourself. So yeah, he hurt you, so you want to hurt him. Remember that I said you give back negativity. When I say it's about reciprocity, it doesn't always mean that reciprocity is going to work out for you. You want to feed back what you get. And when you see that you're feeding back negativity that's going to damage you, then you want to step away and say, I'm going to protect my soul child and find somebody who appreciates me. Somebody who, and that's better. Trust me, everyone in this room knows that is easier said than done. Yes. If anybody's telling you about relationships and you think, oh, they're so perfect, then, you're fooled. We're all trying to have our best relationship. That's all I can do for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, like I said, pick out the meat, spit out the bones. What do you think about that?
Can we talk about making ladies it's the word where we agree to how sugar daddy's been a thing. Let's make it where it's okay to be a sugar mama. Do you agree with that? No?
Yeah, y'all went from sugar mamas to busting people upside the head till he got to go.
I'm just saying the new day and age. I think I think it's cool for a lady to serve her man, to do for him, to make it not all on him as far as he has to take care of everything in the household, which is the old days way. You feel me? Y'all don't agree with that?
So I'll say it's beautiful when a woman can, buy things for her man, treat him. But the aspect of a sugar mama would cripple the man. Men are built for utility. So we're supposed to provide for our children. Anybody who comes from our wives, we're supposed to provide for them. So if
you don't agree with that?
If you have, not from the aspect of a sugar mama, like he just leeches off of her or goes to her for everything that he needs. A man should be able to pave his own life. And all that shows discipline, responsibility, and,
Okay.
It's a difference between sugar mama and treating your man good. It's a difference between that.
Okay, but why is it okay for a woman to have a sugar daddy then? Like what? Because we normalize that.
You're right. It's also a perverted style of relationship.
We might need this sister to get up
we
here on
need
the
his
stage,
microphone.
man.
We need them to get some mics,
Can
guys,
somebody
in the
come get
audience.
this wireless microphone and take it to the audience? Can somebody get this wireless?
Janae, come get this mic.
Come grab this mic, please.
Before they get the mic, have y'all realized that there has been sugar daddies that married their sugar babies?
It's a wireless mic right here.
So you have
Wireless.
okay, you have to understand, I'm 43. I've been your age, but I've been younger. That sugar
One
daddy,
at a time. Let us speak. Let us speak, y'all.
The sugar daddy, sugar mama thing is not working. Because if it was working, then it wouldn't be so many women that are left being moms by themselves, not financially stable. This little money. If you show me one person right now in this room, I'm not talking about famous, who have a sugar daddy who has an IUL, who has an IUL, who tells me what their investment score is, what they made today, and they have a longevity of life. Tell me they'll be able to take care of them. Show me a sugar mama right now in this room who'll be able to take care of themselves.
Me, nigga.
Wait a minute. Longevity. I'm not talking about when him giving you $10,000. I'm talking about future. An IUL.
I'm talking about right now, what I could do for myself. Y'all problem is y'all waiting for a nigga to take care of you.
I make $75,000 a year. I ain't waiting for a motherfucking body
I
to
make
take
more,
care of me.
but it's okay.
Now,
So what I'm saying is,
don't put me with y'all.
I'm not.
Y'all speaking the microphone. Speaking the microphone.
I'm just disagreeing with what you saying. You saying who works or what works for a sugar baby, or it don't work. It don't work if you're trying to get married, if you're trying to be in love, you're trying to be kept. But for women who's not, it works. So it don't work for you, babe, but you can't.
Oh, okay then.
It worked for me though.
But guess what? I learned how to get
It worked for me though. 'Cause
It
I
worked
had
for
to
me
get my-
too, child.
Listen, baby, I
I
learned
make
how to
that
get.
bread.
I had a husband,
Shit.
right? We had a
Where the
salon,
sugar daddies
and
at?
I'm still on my shit, right? So
Shit.
it's working for you right now. but let me tell
5K
you
a
something.
week in this bitch.
My mama and them titties
Ooh, it don't
gonna
work
sag.
for you.
You heard me? It's gonna be a younger girl that's gonna come by.
And when them titties sag, that's when I'm gonna get a nigga.
Hold on.
know
Now,
what?
guess what?
Right
They
now-
gonna call you run
Speaking to
through.
the microphone. Speaking to the microphone.
They
You
gonna
don't
call
have to be ran through. I feel like that's a
Just
misconception.
listen. If you just instead of trying to respond and just listen to someone who's
I'ma
just
hear
trying to
you,
just
babe.
tell you something
Okay, go
that
ahead.
it's cute now, but when you
Okay.
get older, it's not gonna be cute.
Okay.
I feel that.
Okay, I
It's
feel
not
that.
gonna be cute. So when I say somebody who is financially, spiritually, and all together from a sugar dad, you say you're not looking for that, but you're gonna get older. You're gonna miss that.
True.
So while you're occupying this space and this time, you have to think about later because it's sometimes
When you get older, what part doesn't work?
what do you mean?
When you get older, what
I
part
got
doesn't
married-
work?
I got married at 31.
What are you missing
So,
right
hang
now?
on.
That's what we
So
asking.
everything that a sugar daddy did could have done, my husband did it.
Can I add something, please?
What are you
I had a
missing?
home.
Go ahead,
Can I-
Kevin. Kevin's gonna
I
ask
never
him.
had a car note. So I mean, I may not have been.
That's not necessarily a sugar daddy, though. See, you got it two
Can
different.
I add something?
You asked me what did I do?
But the husband ain't doing what a sugar daddy would do.
I got married at 30.
Boyfriends pay bills. That's the same thing
All right,
your
so
husband
look,
did. Pay
guys.
some bills. Sugar daddies go a little bit
But
beyond.
guess what? When we got divorced,
Sorry.
guess what? Half
Hey,
that
guys.
came to me.
Let me say this
All
real
right,
quick.
let's get on back on this panel, y'all. Come on, let's get back on this
I
panel.
feel you what you saying, sis. I feel like you got a lot of emotions because of what you've been through. But for what? See, look, I gave you a turn, but you gotta let me talk too. Like we two women. I heard you out. Hear me out. You know, I feel like you have a lot of feelings just because you were a little louder, you were a little more aggressive, and I was listening to you. Just like when I started to talk, you talking over me. So I heard where you were coming from. But what I'm saying is, it works for me because I am agreeing with you.
Genesis.
A lot of things that you said are true.
There's a wireless
So
mic
my
right
question
there.
to you, what we were both trying to ask you
Sean
is,
needs you.
I never said that, babe. But I said
It's
you
okay.
had a
What's
lot of feelings. I said I was listening to you and I agree, but I feel like maybe I should have talked to you because you upset with me or something. I'm just trying to talk to you back. I'm trying to give you a little response to what you were saying. So I'm saying like what the question was we was having is like what you're missing because you said your
Speaking to the mic, love.
I'm sorry. Thank you. You said that your husband was doing a lot of the things that the sugar daddies was doing. You said as you get older, you know, your titties will sag and, you know, it's not as fulfilling. So I'm asking you, what I was trying to ask you is, what are you missing now? Like, what are you saying as to now? Because right now it's working for me. I know my titties will, I'm 30. I'm not 21 like you think. I'm 30 years old. So I got 10 years to be where you, okay, 13. To be where you at, which is not long. Time works like that, okay? So what you're saying is, as you get older and stuff like that, it doesn't work. I'm asking you, what are you missing now? You said you were married, or are you still married? So that don't work for you. So the question was, okay, so let me go back to y'all. Let me answer that. So what y'all asked was, what's working for, or why is working for us? I'm gonna tell you because I make so much motherfucking money and I still ain't gotta pay my bills. That works for me. I don't have to lay up with a nigga. I'm a makeup artist. I don't have to lay up with a nigga every night. I don't have to answer no questions. If I decide
All right,
to
let's
be
bring it
with
back
a
to
nigga,
the panel, family. Let's bring it back.
I will.
Get that mic.
how it
Get that
works.
mic. Get that mic. Let's
We
bring
can
that
get the
mic back.
Hot mic. Hot mic.
Real shit. Y'all talk some real shit though.
So I was gonna say we perish
Can
for
I
lack
just
of
say
knowledge,
something?
right?
Hold up. Let them. Hold
sure,
up,
sure,
Kevin.
sure,
Kevin,
sure.
hold up for 1 minute. Go ahead,
First
brother.
thing you said when we came in was it's the man's fault the women are like this. I don't understand how no man made her break windows, how no man makes this woman a sugar lady. I don't understand how we are at fault. This is a woman's fault. This is what
It's
we don't
our
label
fault.
that. What has happened is they tried to demasculate men, and because of that, they don't allow us to be men. There is no thing. I make 3 times more than my wife. I would never be like, Oh, I make more than you, I'm the boss. She the boss of the house. I don't understand how these women are like this. This is what happened to me. When I was about 20, I was in college. This one girl I liked. She was all that. I was in fraternity, played football, all kinds of girls. But I wanted to pursue her. And she said to me, because she said, you a player. I said, no, I'll change for you, babe. She said, you'll never get me how you are. I'll never see you. You can't, so in order to get someone, you have to change first. A lot of y'all are talking, when I get married, you'll never find a man. What man is going to say, I want a woman who busts my windows? That just doesn't happen. So when you act like that, no, that's not a man. That's not a man. See, the problem is, y'all deal with a lot of boys. And the reason y'all deal with boys is because they mama raised them, and they didn't have a father in the house. Because if you have a real man, he won't have that. He's not going to deal with that type of woman.
I was going to say, they're not going to stay around long enough.
He don't deal with that. And so these single moms are raising boys that they wouldn't even date.
Why did their mothers raise them? That is an individual basis for each person. Sometimes the mother pushes the man out. Sometimes the man abandons the home. But the fact is, one person raising a child typically doesn't give a child what they need. They often lack in their development, right? So I heard what you said, brother, and you're absolutely correct. We are responsible for the decisions that we make, right? So if I get upset and I react in a certain way, I can't really blame the other person, but we have to understand how dangerous, and I said that right, dangerous relationships are for us if we're not prepared for what relationships entail. Most people are not going to be honest in their commitments, and when they lie to you, when they cheat on you, it's going to break your heart. And if you're not prepared for that, you're going to respond in the worst way. And now you're going to be looked at like your character is low, but really you're hurting. And the things that we do whenever we're hurting is we destroy each other. And so a lot of our children, like my son now, he has a girlfriend. I fear for him because he potentially will get his heart broken. He may break hers. And if we don't prepare our children for breakups and heartaches and people not being honest, they're going to lose their own life or their own freedom. Because when we get our hearts broken, especially these young kids, we're doing this in our adult age, y'all. Somebody don't do us right, they lie to us, we think we have the right to hit them. Somebody cheat on us, we think we have a right to end their lives. Imagine telling somebody's mother you ended their daughter's life because she cheated on you. That's crazy. Walk away if the person's not treating you right.
That's the man living in that emotional.
It makes more sense to walk away. But if we are emotionally invested in these relationships and people are just walking all over us, typically it brings the worst out of us. So this is why we should just walk away from people who don't know how to act. This is why you should vet people before you get in a relationship with them. Right?
Thank you, Kevin.
It's not that easy to just walk away though. Because I've been in the look.
So here's what I say. Cry in the car. Okay, I don't care if you love them. I don't care if you love them and you still want to be with them. Sometimes you have to make the best decision for your life and your freedom, your future. So even if you care about them, sometimes you have to just leave them alone because your love for them is not going to make them act right. Your trust for them is no indication that they'll be trustworthy. It's just not. So when you watch somebody's patterns and you realize the way they're behaving is counterproductive to a harmonic relationship, if you have to cry in the car, cry in the car. Because if you stay with that person because of your emotions, they're not going to change. And that's when you spiral out and do the worst to them. You done told them 1,000 times, stop cheating on you. Now what you going to do, you catch them again. Now you're burning up, now you're hurting something, hurting yourself. So just avoid them, leave them alone.
And there's really no justification for busting windows, but I bust the windows because I felt in that moment I was fed up. I had already been through a heartbreak off and on, 10 years off and on. You never know what a person been through, what they going through, what they feeling. And in that moment, it's like, I'm either going to do that or I'm going to do something worse.
Because you attract what you are. I'm letting you know
I attract what I am.
You attract what you are. I came from parents who were very argumentative. And then when I got with a female, I dated females who were argumentative. Even though I didn't want that, I had to step back and say, hold up, this isn't what I'm looking for. I'm attracting what I am. There's a reason why most women who are in domestic violence, they say, I don't want this, they leave, and they get with somebody else who's the same way.
How long you and your wife been together?
10 years.
Good question.
I was going to say, because she's very beautiful.
Thank you.
And she look like she don't take no shit.
Yes, she do.
Just by looking at her, she looking like, look, I'm a bad-ish. I can,
But he looks
And
like
I'm
he
gonna
doesn't
say
give a
this
man.
because
He looks like
I'm
he treats her
sorry.
right.
I'm a passport
by the
bro.
looks of things, but
My
we
wife
don't.
from Dominican Republic. And the reason I went over there is because she's
Yo soy,
submissive.
yo
she
soy dominicana.
cooks. She's submissive. She cooks. She does all that. That's just how it is. And what happens is, I think.
Sorry to
women-
cut you off, but I've been lately into the Dominican men myself. I love a Dominican man. So we might be family soon, baby. Look.
But I think women nowadays
love you.
think that by being submissive, that's weak. That is the most powerful thing you can be.
But as soon as we be submissive and we let them drive the car, they crash it. And we end up having to clean up the wreck.
You do not get.
So what
don't,
is
don't,
like-
Do not get with a man that you cannot submit to.
Thank you.
Okay, he
Like,
must
that's-
embody all the principles of who you want your
the
son to
thing.
be. So don't submit to a man who's unworthy of that. So if you submitting to the right man, a capable man, you'll have a healthy relationship. I promise you. He will not take advantage of your femininity.
Yes, a lot of men
sorry?
want to be submitted to, but they're not worth submitting to. And they don't take the steps.
All right, hold
be
on. Let me
submitted
get
to.
to another question for y'all. Let me come with another question.
That's just facts. on that. Thank you.
Those men you don't submit to.
Thank you.
Those men.
That's when a Buick want a Benz.
All right.
That's when a Buick want a Benz. It doesn't make sense.
All right. Next question, y'all. Next question. What advice do you have for individuals struggling with communication in their relationships?
I'm struggling with communication, so I can't tell you.
All right. Go ahead, Brother Kevin.
Listen to your partner, hear their true concerns, and try to respond to their true concerns. Don't change what they just said to you. Don't flip it around. Listen to their concerns. If they came to you with a problem, don't raise your issues. Handle their problems. Okay? That's how you show someone that you care about them and you love them. Once you handle the issues, if you have an issue, now raise it. But don't disregard each other. That's the number one thing that lowers the value of a relationship. Yes,
Make
ma'am.
them feel as if you understand and you relate to them as well. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's.
We're so conditioned and we've been over the course of time so manipulated mentally that our first thing is to defend. If someone comes to us, even in a relationship, when our partner comes to us with a concern, or we're immediately jumping to defend ourselves
Absolutely.
in our position. So the thing is, we're so ready, instead of responding, we're ready to react.
Absolutely.
So we're listening for something we're actively and unconsciously listening for that trigger so that we can immediately jump on the defensive, as opposed to listening to one another and actually receiving and accepting their energy, whatever emotion,
Absolutely.
whatever they're trying to convey to us that they're feeling, and we immediately go on the attack.
That's it.
So it's all about we're not having conversations to hear or listen. We're having conversations or waiting for our opportunity to defend ourselves or to defend our position or to immediately react and discount their emotion and what they're feeling. So
Absolutely
that's
right.
a big problem in our community.
So we're listening to respond.
All right.
And not
hey,
listen.
can you give that mic to my cousin so she can please talk?
Yes, I want to say something first. Someone spoke about the fact that you attract who you are. And I think a lot of times when we do draw certain vibrations to us, it's stuff that we have to work on. So if someone is saying something that we don't like, it's the shadow work that we have to do. We really have to take time to learn who we are. What triggers me? That's what I was talking about earlier, the mirror. The mirror is everything. Being able to be honest with yourself and say, I'm very temperamental. I'm very quick to judge somebody. I'm very quick to speak before I even listen. We have to create a sacred space for both energies because it's male and female. It's yin and yang. It's always an opposite of everything. Your perspective or your reality may be different from my perspective and my reality. But if you love a person, and you don't have to be in love with that person to share love with that person. If you really want to share love with humanity, then you be the best you that you can be. the best version of you that you can be, because that's what attracts. When we attract things, it comes from the non-physical. The energy that you call God, the energy that you don't see. But you have to connect with that. You have to raise your vibration. It's not about being back and forth. It's about, okay, what is it that you're saying? And really holding space for that person. That's what I want to say. We have to hold
amazing.
space and respect
That was a
ourselves.
great response. That was amazing.
Thank you. Yes.
I think the biggest piece to all of this is accountability. A lot of us are sharing a lot of our experiences based on emotion, and emotion doesn't always solve the problem. We have to think with logic. In the spirit of what you're speaking of, in terms of us being defensive in conversation, that's work on our part. We cannot control other people. So if we're not ready to hear criticism or accept things that are going to help make us better, essentially, we should not be in a relationship because we have more work to do. Yeah. But to Mr. Passport Bro, I think you placed a lot of accountability on other people and not enough accountability on self. I'm not saying that, because I don't know you from a can of paint and I don't know what you've done in your past, who you are today. All I'm saying is things started from somewhere. And so we can't pick up where they started, but we can fix where it is now by working on self and communicating properly, effectively, and not blaming people. I'm a single mother. And so, yes, it could be work that I need to do, but I felt triggered by the things that you said as a single mother because I'm doing everything that I can to raise my children properly, of sound mind. And I don't raise them with just emotion. I raise them with logic because we are logical people and we cannot make decisions off emotion. So I think that, again, accountability is really huge when it comes to having those difficult conversations, having that communication with people, learning to dig within self why we're triggered, as Ms. said, and work on that because I'm not responsible for how you react to something I say. That's work that you have to do. I am responsible for how I say it, but your reaction needs to be on you. If you want to get up in arms, argue with me, yell at me, you need to tone it down, take a step back. I'm going to remove myself because I know I don't respond well to being yelled at. So in order for me to be effective in our communication, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to reevaluate the conversation and approach it in a different way. So self-awareness, accountability, effective communication.
All right, give it up for y'all. Give it up.
That's
Come
my
on,
baby
because we're
cousin.
coming back
Thanks,
around
Brittany.
to the positive information, y'all. That's what it's about.
I'm very, look, Brittany, you did that. Even though I'm older than you, my little cousin is a little bit smarter than me probably because I'm a dumb blonde. But you did that because usually I feel like to make things work, all you got to do is give a person a present in the relationship and we'll be all good. You give them, money is the key to happiness and the root of evil. But it does make people happy. Brittany, I hope I hope my cousin didn't make you mad to leave. Oh, okay. No, okay.
They've been here for a while, girl. They've been waiting on you for hours, Sydney.
Okay, I thought they were upset.
No, they was waiting for hours.
Oh no, okay, but no, you weren't. That's me. No, you did. You did.
No, what you said was real. It was needed. Yeah.
It's can you card? Can you card? No, the girls.
Let me ask a question while you're searching. Do you mind if I ask a question? Who's talking? Oh, who's trying to speak? Oh, you wanted to ask a question in the audience?
I want to just respond to something that was said real quick.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, man, my name Brother Shaw Devontae, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to point out, like, the reason why we begin together, I think a lot of times we begin in relationships to bandage ourselves, and so we don't got to deal with ourselves, you dig? And then when we get in these relationships, I can only speak from my perspective, you dig? But a lot of times I see women, they don't necessarily get with a man for leadership, a man that could lead them. A lot of times these women in my generation, they get with Bobo that show all his wealth in his pocket on Instagram, you dig? Everything he owned in his pocket. And then they get with guys like that, and they kind of compare everybody else to those kind of dudes. But like, we have to have some sort of accountability and say, hey, well, what can this person lead me to? Like, what leadership qualities does this person exhibit? You dig? And then so another thing is, man, we want, we should be looking for somebody that we can lead. You dig? And then lead, build our habits, our success habits, and leadership within ourselves before we get with the woman. You did, because where are we leading this person? A lot of times we get in relationships and don't understand that we're dealing with another human being. You feel me? We're dealing with somebody that's supposed to make us feel good about ourselves, our shortcomings. Somebody that's supposed to be there for us and share excitement. When we have accomplishments. But that's really like self-serving. We don't necessarily get in a relationship to say, well, what can I do for this person, or how can I better this person? You dig? And so I just think that's some things that we should put in our culture and our conversation when we talk about relationships. Leadership qualities. Where can this man take me? How can he do something for me? And then as a man, being able to exemplify those qualities before you even try to find a partner.
You got a girlfriend because you my type.
Hey, man. Say
You good. All right.
No, but wait,
Wells.
we have an internet celebrity. No, we have an internet celebrity in the audience. I would like to say her name real quick. I don't know her name, but I know she is Aaliyah's daughter. You said you were Aaliyah's
where?
daughter. Right here. She was on the internet.
Who? Put your hand up.
She is
Girl, you ain't no fucking
legally
Aaliyah's daughter.
Aaliyah and R. Kelly's daughter.
Shit.
I know her.
Who
I
told
knew
you
that
that?
was her in the audience.
Dust yourself off
I'ma
and try
be real.
again, baby
She
girl.
might be telling the truth. I don't know, but are you telling the truth? Are you Aaliyah's daughter?
Hell no.
She said she is Aaliyah's daughter, for real.
I love Aaliyah.
peace. Shout out to
don't
that
even
sister.
play with Aaliyah
All right.
like that. She sit down.
I love you, and we'll talk after this, but I kind of believe you. I'm not even going to lie. I do kind of believe you are Aaliyah and Robert Kelly's daughter. So we'll get back to that on another note. But
I love Aaliyah too much for the fucking foolery.
Hey.
I want to speak to something the brother said.
Let him make it.
Hold on. Paul want to say something real quick.
I want to ask a question, a real question.
Go ahead.
Not that these weren't real questions, but this is going to get a little bit heated. I think we won't be able to top that troll that was in the audience earlier. However, do you think that the reality, when we hear about men saying, the black woman she's hopeless, I mean, am I going down the wrong road? Because I feel like we need to just go ahead and get the elephant in the room out the way. When they say the black woman is hopeless, the brother said he's a passport bro, and I know brothers love black women, but
That's right.
I'm gonna ask the brothers. I want either one of you decide who could go first. Is there any truth, or if you want to chime in, Sonetta, you could definitely. But is there any truth to that in this room? Because you hear it on the internet a lot. And is it bleeding over into real life? Is it time to get away from black women and divest and go overseas? I know you're a husband of 2 black women, but I don't know this brother. So should we start with him and then whatever?
Husband of 2
I want
black
to talk.
women.
I want to talk to.
I know my second wife I married overseas, but anyway.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
Well, go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk. You brothers.
Now you've been talking all that shit,
Sisters,
like you
listen,
the
because
black king
we're
of
gonna
Africa,
hear-
and you got 2 wives.
no, they do over there.
You hear this, Johnny? He got 2 wives.
They actually, no, they
I
do in
support,
Africa.
I care for, and I love 2 beautiful women.
No, I've heard of that in Africa that they have multiple wives.
It's
but
not just in Africa, it's everywhere.
this guy don't look African. You look.
It's not just in Africa, it's everywhere.
I would say
American
this,
look.
guys.
Let's hear from you. Let's really hear.
Always remember,
From the
relationships
brothers.
are about the people in them. So you guys have relationships that are harmonious for you guys. Therefore, you shouldn't criticize when people find relationships that are harmonious for them, right? So we're all different. The main goal is that you find a relationship that works for you and be honest. in that
Y'all both
commitment,
live
right?
together. All 3 of
live
us.
together. Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
We
Okay.
need to get back to that question about the black. I want to talk because you know what? I'm always online hearing the
fucking
brothers
them both?
say this stuff about the black woman. I
be
want to
fucking
hear
them?
in live
Do
and
you
in
save
person.
2 for 1?
I don't believe.
We're gonna get to the polygyny soon. Go ahead, talk to us about the black. Is the black woman hopeless?
No, they're not. No, they're
Talk
not.
on it.
I do believe you run across the right person. That right person allows you to open up as a woman. It allows you to sit back in your femininity, right? I believe that with all my heart, point blank, period. Now, I do understand that it is a popular thing nowadays for women to sit more in their masculinity, but that's only for comfort, that's for protection or whatnot, right?
Can I ask y'all this? Does sex make the relationship? Because I feel like if there is no good
Yeah,
sex in it,
yeah.
I'm leaving.
So what's that got
I'm
to do
leaving.
with
Yes, the sex.
I can't, or I'm gonna
makes it,
cheat on
baby.
you if
Put
we're
it
married.
on me.
If we married,
Let's come back to that.
Fuck
Let
me
him answer
so
this
good,
question.
I don't go nowhere.
Hang on, y'all. We gotta do
Oh,
we
it's
gotta do
kids
it
in
one
here.
at a time.
Damn, it's kids in
So,
here. Okay.
so I mean,
I
to be
just-
honest with you, I mean, to be
Okay.
the sex thing threw me off. But okay, to be honest with you, point blank period, I do believe there's someone out there for somebody. There's someone out there with a thick head that'll go through that. There's somebody that'll take that $200. There's somebody that'll marry this
Show
man
you
twice
right.
over. There's there's someone out there for everybody, point blank period. And like you said, don't if you see somebody, like you said that earlier, I believe you said that earlier. If you see somebody relationship, take a piece out of it. If you hear some advice that might help you later on in life or might be a bit of help within your relationship, take a bit of that and tailor it to yourself. The sisters were talking about within a relationship. I didn't get to answer this question, but we were talking about conflict. First of all, when you're in a relationship, take the negative undertone words out of your relationship with that person that you so-called love. Take the negative undertones out.
Examples. What do you mean by
Argument,
that?
like an argument. I'm going to call it an argument. I have an argument with somebody on the street. I don't have an argument with my significant other. You know what I mean? I have an emotional discussion. Because the problem with these words is they carry negative vibrations. They carry negative vibrations. So if I'm looking at my queen, I don't want to see anything negative. I don't want to. If she's waiting on me to finish conversating, I know she is, right? So what I'm going
sometimes
to do,
arguing is good for the relationship, though.
if you get to the root cause, if you get to the root cause, it's good.
It makes up
But
for
both
great,
have got to be
you know.
willing to get to the root cause, either both or
up.
one, which means that at some point I'm going to sit back and I'm going to allow you to talk. This whole time I allowed you to talk, right?
Right, you didn't interrupt me. You were a gentleman.
Exactly.
I appreciate you.
And then when I do get ready to talk to you, I'm gonna talk with you in emotion and passion. And I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna know
look at
that's when I need to shut up.
you. You know, and at a point, I'm not saying that's when you need to shut up, but at the same time, you respected that. You know what I mean? And that's how you run your relationship, point blank, period. If I deal with my queen a lot of times when she's frustrated. I would tell the men all the time, men love certain things. Like say, for instance, my queen, she's got love for the children. She's got love for her job. She's got love for her family. She's spreading her love throughout all day, every day. So when she brings her love to me, sometimes it's diminished, right? So with that being said, I at a lot of times, even when she's frustrated, this and that, even if she's arguing about something that's not even a root cause, I want to sit back and I want to be the comfort for her. I'm not going to get irritated. Why am I going to get frustrated? I chose to be with this woman. Why would I be frustrated within that argument?
Give it up for this brother. Come on, y'all.
So it sounds like the man has to really want to be with the woman or it's not going to work. It's sad because when the woman wants the man, nothing happens. We go through hell and hot water. We go to Methuselah and back. But when the man wants the woman, everything works out. It's just like a one-way street. Like, why does it have to be if y'all want us?
Y'all
But
stop
if you
going
want
through
the
the red
next woman
flag.
the next
I can
day,
answer
then
that.
it's F us and we have to go and pray to God to get the strength to move on. I'm sick of
So
it.
I'll
She has a
explain.
good point.
I'll
She
explain
has a
something
very
to you
good
guys.
point.
So sick.
Amber, you is a character.
So when it comes to these relationships, right? You guys have to realize this: women are the access to sex. It is up to her to decide whenever she is ready and willing to let this man sleep with her. As bad as he may want it, it is up to her. Relationships are about the man. He typically has to carry that relationship, to be responsible for it. He's taking another person into his home. So a woman choosing a man for a relationship, it just doesn't work out that way. It's like me walking up to any one of you ladies saying, come on, let's have sex. Sex ain't up to me. It's up to y'all. The relationship is up to the man. So if he pursues you for a relationship, only then should you take him serious. You shouldn't take a man serious who coming to you asking you for sex. Okay? Because that's not how you're going to get that relationship with that man. If you want sex with that man, then absolutely have some sex. But if you want a relationship with him, he has to work for that. He has
Sir,
to take
can
you
I
out
ask
court.
right.
He
What's
has
your
to get to
name?
know you for that.
What's your name again?
Kevin.
Kevin. Okay. Kevin, I would like to ask you a question, and the men up here and
All right, I want to let y'all know y'all got a minute to answer the question.
Okay, it's quick. It's
a
quick.
minute to answer the question.
So I see what's going on here, but I want to know if you was to meet a queen out in the world thinks she's beautiful, woo woo woo, and she lets you know that she's a trans woman. What happens in that situation? Because we're in 23 now. You can't tell the difference these days. So what happens if something like that happens as a man? What do you do?
Chitty chitty bang bang.
If they told me straight up that they were trans, I would thank them for telling me straight up, and that's just it.
So what happens if she led you on? Maybe
I'd be highly frustrated, highly pissed, and she'd probably get the worst out of me.
Would you hurt her?
I would feel raped.
Really?
Absolutely.
Even if you guys didn't have sex or anything like that?
Well, if I touched her in any way and I found out that she wasn't what I like, my type, then I would feel tricked. I'd feel raped. Absolutely.
Wow, because
But why did you find without knowing that you found like you're a man and you don't know what you're sliding off in?
No, let's just say.
But Amber, these days you can't tell these days. You can't tell these days, so he wouldn't know.
But when they're doing it, they're not gonna know.
I feel
even if I was just holding her hand, if I didn't know that was a guy and I didn't know all that going in,
You don't see the Adam's apple.
you can't build a foundation on deception though.
But my thing is, I just want.
Hey, hold on in the audience. Hold on, because we got to close this thing out.
I wanted to see if
we're gonna have to close this thing out real quick.
I wanted to see if he was gonna say if he was going to like kill her.
Oh no,
ain't nobody gonna do.
Because that's usually what
But you
happens
don't know what
in today's day. If a man feels tricked,
that's why I
he
said
will
chitty chitty
kill
bang bang.
her. He will kill her as a trans woman because of him feeling his manhood was taken from him.
But that's only if you take it so far, though.
That's like a woman taking a man's life if she found out he cheated on her. It's the same.
All right, last question. I want the panel to go through it. Last question. Then we're going to bring up a performing artist to come up here and give us some powerful entertainment. Nepal, you wanted to say something?
I was going to speak on that as far as relationships go. Just like with women, when you're violated, you know what I'm saying? Like if a man rapes a woman, you know, you want that person to die. And I'm not saying no, there should never be violence against anyone. You should be able to go through the justice system. So you should never, ever, ever kill someone who hasn't tried to take your life. But we have to stop. I don't like using the situation with the trans because there's sick people who look for trans. So I like to put that aside. But we have to stop making men bow down, and they have to be men again. No, that's one. There's just a short list that men have. You know, I don't want to sleep with other men if I'm heterosexual. I just want to come home and have peace. You know, and I'm not a pick me. You know, then there's about 3 other things on that list. So, yes, we have to be sensitive because you can't take people's lives. However, we also have to look at the trans responsibility. Don't trick men because there are some beautiful.
Exactly, my love.
We have one right here.
One right here. And I don't walk around with trans woman on my forehead.
But
and
you
I
don't
won't
do that, Sydney.
But the thing
there's
is,
women
I hate
out there who do.
when a man comes on to me, doesn't know anything about my history, doesn't know my TV history, doesn't know all the shows I've been on, literally popular ass shows, Wildin' Out, Baddies,
So he doesn't know
Loving
you're
Hip Hop,
trans. He
doesn't
knows-
know anything. But when I let them know that I'm trans, I am the fucking wrong person. I'm in the
Like
wrong.
in that
All right.
That's a
In
sick
closing,
Okay, well,
But that's a
I'm gonna
sick
give y'all
I
a
have
minute.
something to say to close out this
We need to have a whole
conversation.
panel.
Let's get
about
this
that.
young
we got
brother. Go
some
ahead,
people in the
brother.
audience that
Okay,
want
This is
play
about, I've
that
been
I'm the
sitting
wrong
and
person.
I've been listening to everybody talk. Like I literally been listening to everybody talk.
Yeah, thank you.
And I just been listening to everybody feedback about relationships, about everything. And I hear the fellas blaming the women blaming the fellas, everybody just blaming each other. But I want to say this to close this out. Like, everybody is their own person. Everybody have baggage that they got to carry in a relationship. You can't blame Tom, Dick, and Harry for what your actions done brought upon you, or you can't blame the next person for what you feel like is going wrong within yourself. So I just been listening to everybody, and I just feel like the man and the woman have some type of accountability to uphold in a relationship. You can't blame everybody for what's going wrong within your relationship. I just feel like everybody needs to take accountability for what's going on in a relationship and just stop blaming others. And it comes a time where everybody have that weight on their shoulder, and once you carry a 5-pound bag of sugar, like it continues to get heavier and heavier. And I'm being serious when I speak this because
Well, you know it's 2023.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish, please.
This is my best friend, y'all. I'm sorry.
But no,
Let him
I'm
finish.
serious. It like everybody just need to stop holding somebody else accountable for their actions, and everybody need to just man up and woman up and just take full responsibility for what's going on in the relationship.
agree.
And that's just real. I just wanted to say that.
Thank you.
All
Thank you,
right,
brother
all
Jermaine.
right.
Give it up for Jermaine. Thank you, brother Jermaine. Sit your
Yes,
ass
we're gonna
down.
move on, man. I'm gonna tell y'all, right? We as black men don't want to take responsibility. And that's the problem. We got to take responsibility. In every nationality, that white man is at the head of his family. And that white man take responsibility, right? When you look at every nationality, it's always the man at the top. Only in the Negro community is because the woman makes more money, so I'm going to run the household. It still don't work like that. Not with me, it don't. You see what I'm saying? Because I have a wife that make more money than me, but she give me that respect
right here
and still allow me to run my damn household.
Because
Okay?
you're a man. If you wasn't a man, she wouldn't give you that
Trust
respect.
me, man. Ain't no woman out there. I don't give a damn how much you make. When you step in my house, you still gonna respect me as a damn man.
That's a man.
And
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
run this.
That's a
I
man.
don't want to curse. I'm gonna run my household like
That's
a
a
man's
man.
supposed to.
Woo, where's
We got
his
to
son?
get back to being men. That's all I'm telling y'all.
Where's his son?
That's not disrespecting your woman. That's making her look up to you and respect you as a man. When you give that right over, she can run over you all day long, man. Do what she want to do. Come on now.
How long y'all been together? How long y'all been married?
I've been with my wife for like 35 years.
You have 3 wives.
How many sons you got?
I've been with one of my wives for 35 years.
Wait, hold on.
I've been with my
One
second,
of your wives.
I've been with my second wife
For 25
I've been with my second
Class is
wife
adjourned, everybody.
for over 20 plus years.
And your third wife for 4 years.
You know what happened, man? We as a people have been stripped of a thorough knowledge of self, man.
Talk
Y'all
on
been
it.
stripped
Come on.
of a knowledge of self.
I mean, that's some commitment. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all been in 5-month relationships, and y'all like
I
making
want
it.
to
I
say this
just
real
want to put
quick.
that
I
out
want to say
there.
this real quick. This brother right here.
3?
You're
Oh
right.
my God. He got 3 wives. You
Child,
got 2.
please.
He out.
I'm busting out 3 house windows.
Real quick. I want to say to this young king, he's absolutely correct. Now, it's not so much about fault as it is responsibility. So
Yeah.
it's not whose fault is it? Whose responsibility is it in a relationship to make the relationship harmonic? Both people, right? So it's
Genesis.
not 50-50, it's 100-100. So if you're not giving all to your relationship, it's silly if you expect it to be harmonic. If you're not giving your all, you cheating if you're not giving your all. So why take somebody into your life if you're not going to treat them right? It makes absolutely no sense. It's like bringing a pet home that you're not going to feed. Why would you do that? Right? So it's not about going back in time and finding out who's originally responsible for all this mess. We all know that there's women who are not worthy of marriage. There's men who are not worthy of marriage. And it's always going to be the case.
All right.
If you want a relationship, you gotta work it. You gotta make it happen.
While you
manifest
talking,
it.
close us out, brother. You got a minute.
Okay.
Close us out.
I would just say, guys, for me, I speak for our ancestors who have not yet arrived. I speak for the children. So my goal is to make sure that we have harmonious relationships so our children have their mother and their father in the home so they can get everything they need in their development because they didn't ask to be here. So we can choose whatever life we want individually, but if we're not thinking about those children, we're not going to be accountable to those lives, and we're going to keep on damaging our communities because we just like pleasure, and we don't actually seek to be accountable to the life that we live. So if we want to fix our communities, it's going to require us all to be responsible for the relationships that we take on.
Is one of your wives here?
No, both are home.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Whatever
But
that-
one of his wives is here in the white sonnetter.
Where?
Which one of Sonetta's wife is here?
Are you one of his
Where
wives?
is the wife?
I'm one of his wives.
Really? Okay.
I got one of my subs
So
here too.
it don't.
Stand up, sister.
I
Let me
don't-
see.
Why are you okay with
I'm gonna
having
be real.
a
I
husband?
don't feel bad with
With the
being the thought
headphones?
that I
Sex
am
with other women.
because y'all got 3 and 2 wives, and I be thoughting
Why
it
are you
out.
okay
That's not
with
thoughting.
that? Like, how can you be
didn't
okay
even get a chance to
with
talk
a
about
man that has sex with multiple women. How are you
Those
okay
are
with
my
that?
sister wives.
And you
Can
sitting
I-
here trying
Amber.
to give me advice? How can you give me advice? Look at what you stand for.
Amber.
My mother would never stand for that.
Amber, really quickly, just because this man is polygamous does not mean he does
Polygamous
not-
my ass. That's triflinous.
It's not trifling.
That's what it is. It's
you do what work for you as an advocate
It's
of polygamy.
trifling,
You
and
do
I'm
what works for
sorry.
you in 2023. 3 incomes is
So
worth
I can go be a
better than
hoe and
one.
fuck 6 niggas, have 8 babies, and be a
Watch this.
prostitute, and everything will be all
So
right.
think about this right here. Think about this right here. Say you meet a single guy, he's unmarried, right? He don't
Yes.
have wives at all, right? So he's single. How many women do you think that he's sleeping with?
Several. You polygamous
if you
involuntarily.
A lot.
Are we doing
A lot.
How many wives did Jesus have?
What that's supposed to mean?
Jesus was an
Jesus
advocate for
wasn't
poly.
So we should have
But
wives.
How many
It's
wives did
different.
the men in the Bible have? How many?
they had several wives.
Thank you.
So
Why
we should have
does
zero wives?
They had several.
I feel
Bible
like
prophets-
that's
the
just
prophets
greedy.
of
It's
God,
just greedy.
the
And
prophets of the
basically,
Most High
let me tell y'all
had
something because I'm
several
going to get
wives.
this
What are you
out.
talking about?
Sonetta,
Let her get
let
it
me
out.
say this.
Let her get it out.
Abraham
I
had 2
love
wives.
you and I respect you, brother, but men like you are nothing but greedy. Basically, because I'm a man and I got the money and the power to control shit and run shit, that I'm just gonna have multiple women. But if women had multiple men, it'll be a whole different. Please,
They do.
you had the
Mine
floor.
do.
Amber, but why you think
Mine
it's
do.
them? Why do you think it's them?
You got one behind you.
Why do you
Mine
think it's
do.
them?
It's just
I
not
want a wife.
It's
and a
giving
husband.
greedy.
Wives with 2 husbands.
It's
Okay.
giving
Well, I want to
greedy.
say this. All right, we all have our opinions.
I get it.
Let me say this.
Giving greedy.
The thing about the woman and the man,
respect that. I'm
women
Hey,
are
hey.
not wired the same as
Go ahead,
men.
Paul.
Women are not wired the same as men. And it is about, I know people don't, listen, you can be monogamous if you want, but a man is biologically designed to have multiple wives. It's just, it's natural.
Girl.
Who told you that?
A man,
Who told
listen,
you that
listen.
men
nature.
were
It's nature. You
designed
get
to have
pregnant. You get
multiple
pregnant.
wives?
It's
It's
9
giving
months.
part
You out the
two.
game.
Yo, it's to each his own, man. If it ain't for you,
Y'all
don't
believe in
do it.
whatever
It's
Bible
It's
y'all
not
wanna
easy.
believe, and it's
I'm gonna
not
tell
cool.
you right now. It's not easy,
cool.
y'all.
Yeah, it's not easy.
All right. So it's to each his own. That's all it is.
So
just-
It's giving. It's giving.
That's
It's giving.
all it is.
This definitely gonna need a part 2 or 3 and 4.
It's,
Well,
dis-
yeah,
it's
look,
greedy
think
and it's
about this.
disgusting.
We're-
so.
This,
Come
this
on
whole this whole meeting of the minds. That's why I brought this together. You see what's happening here is because
Go ahead.
Come on,
this right
Genesis.
here. You see how we can't even disagree when people when they came together. They're agreeing with their situation.
I'm appalled.
Okay, up here we
you
have
know,
1, 2,
so-
3 people who
okay,
do poly.
so
1,
you
2, 3, 4.
right. So, all right.
I
So
got my
did you get
and
to
the
close or
sub.
say your closing statement? Did you get to say your closing statement?
I'm also mad y'all kicked
believe-
out.
I wanted to say this
Hold
though.
on. He closing out.
Hold on. We gotta close out because we gotta
Okay.
we
Yeah.
gotta
We got shorts. Where's shorts at?
Brother Shorts about to come on.
Brother Shorts getting ready to tear
We've
the
had a
house
great
up,
night.
man.
I thank everybody for coming.
Thank you,
But we gotta
Monica.
close this
Go ahead,
out.
Sydney,
I would
close
like
out.
to say, I wish y'all didn't kick out my hater fan because I would have made baddies up in this yacht. Baddies would have been turned. I'd have went down there and gave y'all a baddies episode. Yeah, y'all should have kept that person in
We'll
here.
talk about it.
I don't know why y'all kicked that person out. Why did y'all kick the person out?
Because we was gonna whoop her
No
if they
shade.
didn't.
They were being
Because
disgruntled.
I'm just saying, dead ass. Y'all should have let the person stay because it would have been a baddies episode with this all at once. But I thank you for having me.
No, thank you.
Where is she, Monica? Is she still
All right,
around?
all right.
She's
all
gone.
right.
She purposely did that to start mess. She knew what she was doing. So.
I would love to be a part of the next one because this is going to get bigger and bigger. This
yeah.
is just
You,
the
you,
first
you,
one.
so,
Yes.
so,
One day
who
this
sees
is
my-
shit.
so who can see my vision?
All right.
I
Hold
see
on.
the
See my
vision.
vision.
Let's
Thank
hear
you.
I see the
Genesis'
vision.
vision. We're
Yeah.
going to work
I see-
together. Talk
I
about New
see
York.
the vision.
All right.
At the end
Paul.
of the day,
Wait,
we're
wait.
supposed to be
Close
closing
us
out
out,
with
Paul.
love. Point blank period. Y'all need
Thank
y'all
you
need
guys.
love.
Thank y'all for
There
having
you
me.
go.
Give it up. Give it
The
up. for
transgender
Cindy, y'all.
diva, Sydney Star.
Ma'am, let's put it.
All right. Thank
Put
you.
your hands
Let
together.
Taurus close because he had something to say. Let Taurus
out,
close
yeah.
out. Did you get to close out and say your final
Yeah,
words?
close out.
I mean, at the end of the
do-
day, point blank period, like my man
Taurus
said,
closing out.
we are all responsible within our relationships,
Panel, y'all,
right?
panel.
We are all
Taurus
responsible,
closing out.
but in real life, reality, at some times, your mate can fall short of being that person for you as far as holding your mental capacity or emotional capacity. And at that point, that's when you're supposed to take over. It's supposed to go back and forth, point blank period. And at the end of the day, in all honesty, we put this panel up here so we can get all kind of different ideas and just see what people are saying and feeling about other people's aspects of life. But in real life, man, point blank period, we all do need to heal on a continuous basis. Yourself, starting with yourself. You don't know what love looks like until you love yourself, right? And if you're in your relationship, right, the soul child. And if you're in your relationship and you don't know what love looks like, make sure you express that to your partner. So maybe your partner can help you find what love looks like. Maybe they can hold you up. Maybe they can support you. Maybe they can push you in the right direction. But point blank period, when you choose a partner, just know you chose someone and they'll never get that time in their life back. Think about it like that. Start thinking about deeper things. I'll never get this time back that I spent with you. You know what I mean? Right. So with that being said, don't take anyone's life away just because you wanted to be the sugar mama or the sugar daddy, or you wanted to be the pimp, you want to get that extra notch up under your belt or something like that. No, don't take nobody's life away for that. You know what I mean? Be honest, point blank period. And don't get your head busted open with some wood because you was lying.
Thank you.
All right, give it up for Taurus, y'all. Give it up. All right, Nepal Shaddai, close us out.
I appreciate being chosen to be up here. Thank you so much, Genesis, for your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears. Not real blood, but really putting all of our heart into this. Thank you to the beautiful panel. Yes, we are all different. Yes, I see you. I see you, Aset. Thank you, Aset.
One.
And, we're all different. That's what makes it great. There's somebody in the audience who resonates with me. There's somebody in the audience who doesn't resonate with me, and so on and so forth. Just thank you for coming, and we're going to keep doing this. We have one coming on the East Coast soon, Genesis. We're going to be doing these town hall meetings. And I just want to say, love, like what he said. Okay, no, but thank you so much for being here.
All right. Now, are y'all ready for some performance? We got to get some real entertainment up in here tonight. We're going to bring to you a powerful young brother. He's going to bring that swag. He's going to bring that hip hop. He's going to bring that knowledge. And he's going to bring that information. Without any further ado, let's give it up for our brother Shorts. Hey, come on, give it up. Give it up for him.
Give it up. Come on, man. Hey, man, look, my name Brother Short, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all tired and y'all trying to get up out of here, you feel me? So I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time. Yeah, for sure, you know what I'm saying? Hey, by the way, I own a health store in Glendale, not too far from here. It's called The Alkaline Hour. Make sure y'all tap in on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that shit, because I'm educating our community. You did. But anyway, man, we finna slow it down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all moving too fast in y'all's relationships, so we gonna slow your ass down. Let's go. Hey, can you turn that up, though? Give me a little louder. Hey, look. 2S. I am paper blunts, I see this red cherry blazing. It's Brother Short, SHAWT, man, y'all tap in. We streaming everywhere, look. Hey. Light and purple blunts, I see this red cherry blazing. I think my nigga hating the way my presence seems to irritate him. But it ain't my fault, blessings flowing like irrigation. Guess it was those tough decisions I made in tougher situations. I learned pocket watching's bad for your health like bacon. My situation got me contemplating. How can I make compensation from my conversations? Awaiting confirmation under this constellation. Can't wait too long, booty packing too strong. European fashion got your big crossing futon. Don't try and shame, but it's that nigga too gone. She did the photo shoot with my suit on. Ayy, popping champagne and I don't drink for real. I'd rather pop some lines, man, than just think for real. Trying to keep my boat afloat and not sink, but still, I still hear lil' mama in my ear holler, slow down. You done got it off the flow now. Sit back and watch it roll now. Improve upon and watch it blow now. Ayy, slow down. Slow down, yeah. Hey, slow down, yeah. Hey, All this money that I spent, can I vent? Feel like chasing my dreams in conflict with paying my rent. Back and forth with my chick, I'm in these trenches trying to blitz. It was this to slip my wrist, feel like a fish, my wrist in that water. Now tell me this, hey, you ever gave them out to somebody who ain't even gave you an inch? Can you leave the sack around your hoes knowing that they ain't gon' pinch? My boy said it down for me, but I still ain't too convinced. Hey, so success my only MO. I done gave my Venmo to a bimbo who say she tryna spend a little more time. But see, it costs for mine, and this sauce is divine, and everything I touch seems to shine. Hey, slow down, you done got it off the flow now. Sit back and watch it blow now. Improve upon it, watch it blow now. Hey, we gonna slow this shit down, look. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, yeah, yeah. Hey, slow down. Slow down, slow down, slow down, yeah, yeah, hey, that's my man Steven Donaldson. On the hook, you did. With them good old vocals, man. We just trying to slow it down, man. Ain't gotta move too fast, you feel me? Look, hey. Sometimes you just need to slow down. Hey, sometimes you just need to slow down, yeah. Sometimes you just need to slow down, yeah. Man, slow that shit down, man. Stop moving so fast, you did? It's your brother, none other brother Shout, man. That's BROTHASHAWT, man. We streaming everywhere, you did. Apple, YouTube, you know what I'm saying? TikTok, all that shit, man. Get educated. I'm also, like I said, the owner of the Alkaline Hour. Man, we healing the hood, you dig? We in Glendale, Texas, Oak Cliff. We pushing big herbs, pushing big plant-based medicine, you dig? And we healing our community, you know what I'm saying?